Hello students, in the last class we discussed about the manufacture of sulfuric acid by contact process. In this class we discuss about the properties of the sulfuric acid. That sulfuric acid is a colorless. It is a colorless, dense, oily liquid. Colorless, dense, oily liquid. Then it dissolves in water. It dissolves in water with the evolution of heat. With the evolution of the heat. If you dissolve sulfuric acid in water, huge amount of heat is liberated. Hence, you have to take care while preparing the sulfuric acid solution. You have to take care while preparing the sulfuric acid solution from the concentrated sulfuric acid, that is concentrated H2SO4 must be added to water, but not water into the acid. You have to add only sulfuric acid into the water, because sulfuric acid dissolves in water, evolves large amount of the heat. This is about the physical properties. In the chemical properties, first chemical property is, you can consider the acidic character. Acidic character. Sulfuric acid ionizes as sulfuric acid dissolved in water. It ionizes to give hydronium ion and HSO4 minus. For this one, Ka1, it is very high. It is very high. Similarly, HSO4 minus again dissolved in water forms H3O plus and SO4 2 minus. SO4 2 minus. For this step, Ka2 value is small. It is small, very small value. Then we know that higher the Ka, stronger will be the acid. Due to high Ka1 value, for the first step, Ka1 is dissociation constant. That high Ka1 value, H2SO4, it is taken as a very strong acid. Ka2 value, dissociation constant, Ka2 is less than that of the Ka1, because ionization of, dissociation of HSO4 minus into SO4 2 minus is very small. Dissociation of H2SO4 into H3O plus and HSO4 minus is large. Hence it has very high Ka1 value, indicates that H2SO4 is a strong acid. But you observe the Ka2 value, Ka2 is less than that of the Ka1, indicates that dissociation of this HSO4 minus into SO4 2 minus is very small. Hence it has a very small Ka2 value. Sulfuric acid forms two types of the salts with the bases, namely that normal sulfate and acid sulfate. That is H2SO4 when reacts with NaOH, it forms Na2SO4, 2NaOH. It is a normal sulfate. If H2SO4 reacts with NaOH, it may form NaHSO4, sodium hydrogen sulfate. NaHSO4 liberating water. This is called as an acid sulfate, sodium hydrogen sulfate. Hence, the sulfuric acid forms two types of the salts called normal sulfate and acid sulfate. These are about the acidic character. Then you consider low volatility property. Sulfuric acid is low volatile in nature. Less volatile means it has a very high boiling point. In the laboratory, if you kept the sulfuric acid in an open container, it will not evaporate due to its low volatility. Because of its low volatility, H2SO4 is used in the manufacture of volatile acids from their corresponding salts. Sulfuric acid, due to its low volatility, sulfuric acid is used in the preparation of the volatile acids from the corresponding salts. Volatile means easily evaporating. They are having low boiling point. Sulfuric acid is less volatile, means high boiling point. For example, you take MX plus H2SO4. That can forms the MHX. HX and M2SO4. Here M is an metal and X may be fluorine, chlorine or NO3 minus. Because of its low volatility, sulfuric acid is used in the preparation of the volatile acids. To balance, 2MX gives 2HX. For example, you consider sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, when treated with sulfuric acid, you get the volatile acid like HCl and Na2SO4. HCl is a volatile acid. To balance this reaction, 2NaCl, 2HCl. Then similarly, CaF2, calcium fluoride, when treated with sulfuric acid, it forms the hydrogen fluoride HF plus calcium sulfate, 2 moles of the HF. This is about the preparation of the volatile acids. Then third property, very most important property, dehydrating property. The concentrated H2SO4 is a strong dehydrating agent. Concentrated sulfuric acid is a strong dehydrating agent. Dehydrating agent, why it is a strong dehydrating agent? Means because it has greater affinity, greater attraction, greater affinity to remove the water molecule from the organic compounds. It has greater affinity to remove, sulfuric acid has more affinity to remove the water molecule from the organic compound. Hence, concentrated H2SO4 is a strong dehydrating agent. In one more, they can ask why concentrated H2SO4 is a strong dehydrating agent. Means you have to write because of its greater affinity to remove the water molecule from the organic compound. Hence, sulfuric acid is a strong dehydrating agent. Generally, that concentrated H2SO4 is used to dry the gases. Because of its dehydrating nature, concentrated H2SO4 used to dry the gases which do not react with the H2SO4. The gases which not react with sulfuric acid, those gases, they can be dried by using concentrated H2SO4. For example, you consider ammonia. Ammonia cannot be dried by using concentrated H2SO4. Ammonia cannot be dried by concentrated H2SO4 because ammonia easily reacts with sulfuric acid, forms ammonium sulfate. To dry that ammonia, we are commonly use quicklime. quicklime. Quicklime means the CaO, important for the competitive. Quicklime is used to dry the ammonia but not sulfuric acid. Main reason is ammonia is basic in nature, sulfuric acid is acidic in nature, it can easily react. Generally, sulfuric acid is used as a drying agent with the gases which not react with the sulfuric acid. Examples for that dehydrating property is, for example, first one is charring of sugar. Charring of sugar. Charring of sugar means this. When sucrose, we know the formula of sucrose, that is C12H22O11. This is called sucrose. When sucrose is treated with concentrated H2SO4, a black residue of carbon, a black precipitate of the carbon is formed. That property we can call the charring of the sugar. Best example is, if you add sulfuric acid on the wood, that wood becomes black, darkened. Why that wood becomes black means sulfuric acid removes, that absorbs the water from the wood. Hence wood becomes black. That is mainly due to the dehydrating property. In the same way, they are considered charring of the sugar. In our syllabus, they are considered charring of the sugar. Charring of sugar means sucrose treated with concentrated H2SO4. A black residue of carbon is formed. That is, sulfuric acid dehydrates sucrose into carbon. For that one, you have to write the reaction C12H22O11. An arrow mark mention concentrated H2SO4. Already mentioned that a black residue of carbon is formed plus 11 H2O. This is important one for completing the equation. They can ask this one. Black, if only sucrose and arrow mark concentrated H2SO4, you have to consider the 12 carbon. Because in chemical kinetics, the same form, sucrose plus water is mentioned, then you have to consider, sucrose plus the NaOH is present. Then you have to write that saponification reaction, pseudo first order reaction. Here they are mentioned concentrated H2SO4. You have to correct the black residue of the carbon. Another example is, it dehydrates formic acid, HCOOH. It dehydrates formic acid, that is concentrated H2SO4. If sulfuric acid removes the water, the remaining compound is carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is present. When sulfuric acid dehydrates formic acid into carbon monoxide, similarly oxalic acid, COOH, dicarboxylic acid. Similarly, sulfuric acid dehydrates oxalic acid into carbon monoxide. Another one is carbon dioxide plus H2O. This is the water molecule. H2O get removed. Then one compound has the CO. Another one has a CO. CO and CO2 is formed. This is about the dehydrating property. The last property is oxidizing property. Concentrated sulfuric acid behaves as a strong oxidizing agent also. Sulfuric acid behaves as a strong oxidizing agent because it donates the nascent oxygen. That is, H2SO4 donates the nascent oxygen and it gets reduced to sulfur dioxide plus water. Sulfuric acid is an oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent always get reduced. It reduced in the form of the sulfur dioxide and donates the nascent oxygen. Hence H2SO4 behaves as an oxidizing agent. It oxidizes both metals and non-metals. It oxidizes both metals and non-metals. In our syllabus, they mentioned two non-metals and one metal. That is, first one is, it oxidizes carbon. It oxidizes carbon into carbon dioxide. It oxidizes carbon into carbon dioxide. Sulfuric acid reduced to sulfur dioxide, liberating water. You have to balance this reaction. 2H2SO4, 2SO2, 2H2O. Then other reaction is sulfur. Sulfuric acid oxidize sulfur into sulfur dioxide plus water. Sulfur oxidized to sulfur dioxide. Sulfuric acid reduced to sulfur dioxide. In both the cases, we get the sulfur dioxide. That is 2H2SO4 forms 3SO2 and 2H2O. Then these two are the non-metals. For metals, they are mentioned copper. Concentrated sulfuric acid, when treated with copper, it oxidizes copper into copper sulfate. Copper sulfate, cupric sulfate. Copper in the +2. +2 means the cupric sulfate. Then reduced to SO2, liberating the water. Balance for that reaction 2H2SO4, 2H2O. Reaction get balance. This is about the oxidizing property. Then finally you take the uses. That sulfuric acid is used in the manufacture of the fertilizer. It is used in the manufacture of fertilizers like ammonium sulfate, superphosphate. Then it is used in petroleum refining. It is used in petroleum refining. In the manufacture of the paints, dyes, and explosives like TNT, trinitrotoluene, picric acid, they are all considered as an explosives. Then in it is used in the detergent industry. In the preparation of detergents industry, used as an dehydrating and drying agent. Then used in the lead storage battery, and one more as a lab reagent. These are about some of the uses. Finally, to take oxo acids of sulfur. Next one is an oxo acids of sulfur. For your board examination, you have to glance with these oxo acids. First one is sulfurous acid, H2SO3. You have to write the structures also. They will not give the formulas. You have to remember the formula. Sulfurous acid formula is H2SO3. Structure of H2SO3 is all have the tetrahedral structure. All the oxo acids have tetrahedral structure. This sulfurous acid, one of the orbital contains the lone pair electron. Then OH, then double bond O. This is the sulfurous acid. All oxo acids have tetrahedral. Then next one is sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid formula is H2SO4. Then you have to consider the tetrahedral structure. S, double bond O, OH, double bond O. That is these oxo acid, sulfur covalency. In sulfuric acid, covalency is 6. It can form the 6 bonds. In sulfurous acid, covalency is 4. Then pyrosulfuric acid, called oleum. Formula is H2S2O7. It has SOS bond. First point is SOS bond. Then each sulfur has double bond O. Then one more double bond O. Then it contains OH. This is the pyrosulfuric acid. Called oleum. Then next one is, this is important for the competitive exam, peroxo disulfuric acid. disulfuric acid, peroxo disulfuric acid. This comes under the peroxo acid series. Peroxo acid series. Peroxo acid series. They contain peroxy linkage. Peroxo disulfuric acid in the competitive they are commonly called Marshall's acid. In NCERT they not mentioned the Marshall's acid. Just they considered peroxo disulfuric acid. In competitive, they can use that one as Marshall's acid. Peroxo disulfuric acid is called Marshall's acid. Formula is, you have to write peroxy linkage, SOSOOS. This is a peroxy linkage. Then here double bond O, this sulfur contains double bond O, then OH. In tetrahedrally they have OH, two OH bonds to the each sulfur atom. This is the Marshall's acid structure, that is peroxo disulfuric acid. One more is peroxo monosulfuric acid. Peroxo monosulfuric acid. This peroxo monosulfuric acid commonly called as an Caros acid. In NCERT this one is not, they are not included this Caros acid. Only peroxo disulfuric acid. For competitive, you have to remember this Caros acid and Marshall's acid. They are examples for the peroxy linkages. Both only Caros and Marshall's acid. That is peroxo monosulfuric acid, peroxo disulfuric acid. They only contain the peroxy linkage, OO linkages. Hence they are called as an peroxo acid series. That is Caros and Marshall's. This Caros acid formula is H2SO5. H2SO5. Then Marshall's acid formula is H2S2OH. 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 You have to write this structure. Again it has tetrahedral. OS double bond O. Here OH. Then again double bond O. Double bond O. Next you mention the peroxy OOH. This is the peroxy linkage. In the Caros and Marshall only they have the peroxy linkages. This is about the oxo acids of the sulfur. You practice this one as it is. Get 1 mark. They can ask for 1 mark. Write the structures of. They generally they will take that sulfurous acid or sulfuric acid in your board exam. For competitive, you have to remember this Caros and the Marshall's acid. This is about the 16th group element. In the next class onwards, we can discuss about the 17th group elements.